Sweden's government is indicating we may soon learn whether WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange will face sexual assault charges he's been dodging for years. Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Greg Palcott went to Sweden to find out exactly where that case stands. Greg reports tonight from London.
Legal clouds in Sweden still hang over WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, who's been holed up in the Ecuador embassy in London in part because of those problems. Now the Swedish prosecution authority tells Fox News it is getting nearer to either indicting him with rape stemming from an earlier incident or letting it drop.
This is something like a tragedy that is dragged on for this long.
Assange's legal odyssey began in Stockholm over 6 years ago in August 2010. He came there to give a speech to his fans, including 2 young women who were central to Assange's legal difficulties. Both were friendly. Both had sex with him in their apartments. But soon after, both women came to the Stockholm police concerned about unprotected sex with Assange. Authorities saw in one account possible sexual assault charges. In another, a possible charge which haunts him to this very day: rape. Assange says the woman was simply sleepy when the sex act happened at her home. She said, in fact, she was awakened when unprotected sex had already started. According to his lawyer, Assange was shocked.
Well, of course, he was in disbelief.
After some back and forth about the charges, amid claims and counterclaims about getting Assange interrogated, he left Sweden for the UK a few weeks later without talking with the prosecutor about all suspicions.
If I were in charge, I would have tried my best to have him interviewed on a very early period.
Assange has been in the UK ever since, defying arrest warrants, losing extradition trials. In 2012, he sought that asylum in the Ecuador embassy. In 2015, Assange applied to a UN panel on arbitrary detention, which ruled in his favor.
This person, who admittedly did quite a bit of work for getting truth out, is just in exile, locked in.
The Swedish government told Fox, though, it disagrees with the ruling. Backers of the victims say Assange was running from the law. Is he being arbitrarily detained?
No, he's not.
Not at all?
No, he's not detained. He has chosen this freely.
For years, Swedish prosecutor Marianne Nye demanded Assange only be interviewed in Sweden. While the standoff ensued, the sexual assault charges concerning one alleged victim expired. Finally, last fall, a prosecutor came to London and interrogated Assange about that rape accusation.
You're saying that's a good thing that was finally done?
Well, better late than never.
Years later, there's still a dispute.
What they have told is very probable. They have not tried to make it worse than it was. I am totally convinced that there was no crime ever committed by my client.
The prosecutor need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused person actually did it.
What some fear in a society sensitive to women's issues is that Assange will wait out this charge too, expiring in 3 years.
I think people will say that's not right, that it's possible to stay away for so long and not be punished for what you have done.
The refusal of Assange to return to Sweden was never just about sex charges. All along he has said that they were just a pretense to get him back to Sweden, to extradite him to the U.S., to face espionage charges. Following the clemency granted to WikiLeaks source Chelsea Manning, it seemed like Julian Assange sounded ready to make good on his pledge to go to the U.S.
I've always been willing to go to the United States.
But he put so many conditions on it, others thought he still wants to hunker down at the Ecuador embassy. We were told there is no existing public extradition order to the U.S. and saw no sign of strings being pulled with a probe. The reaction of some in Sweden was he's offering to go to the wrong place.
He should look at a map. He should go the opposite direction. There is an extradition order to Sweden.
However it goes, the usually reserved Swedish people seem quite emphatically to want the Assange saga to go away.
It's been too long time. But
too long?
Yeah.
Will you be happy to see that finished?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because I think he is a bag.
Again, Swedish authorities tell us they are now looking at that Assange testimony and deciding on that possible rape charge. But as several longtime observers of the case in Sweden warned us, to use an Americanism for Julian Assange, it ain't over till it's over. Brett.
Greg Palcott live in London. Greg, thank you.